Hello everybody, we're so glad to see you. Hello to Carly, we're so glad to see you. Hi everybody, look, Carly's chewing, chew, 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 chew. Look at Carly chewing, look at Carly chewing, chew, chew, chew. Chew, chew, chew. That was a song Miss Laura taught us the other day. And Carly is chewing on a wood chip. She likes to chew because it sharpens her teeth. Let's play I Spy. I spy in this area something that is black. What could that be? Did you guess it? It was Carly's collar. Come here, Carly. Show us your collar. Carly Coo. Shows. Oh, Buster has a black collar too, but this is Carly's collar. She wears it around her neck with her tag that says what her name is. Well, friends, today we have a story that's called Rosie Revere, the Engineer by Andrea Beatty. And an engineer is someone that makes something. So if you remember, you can get paper towel tubes, you can get boxes, and you can make things too. We're going to find out what Rosie Revere, engineer, is going to make with her friends. Rosie Revere, engineer. This is a story of Rosie Revere, who dreamed of becoming a great engineer. In Leela Greer's classroom at Blue River Creek, young Rosie sat shyly, not daring to speak. And Miss Caroline needs to get on her little friends here. See, there's Rosie right there. She's not speaking. She's a little shy. But when no one saw her, she peeked in the trash for treasures to add to her engineer's stash. And late at night, Rosie rolled up her sleeve and built in her hideaway under the eaves. Oh, so kind of like a secret, hide and seek. She made things. Alone in her attic, the moon high above, dear Rosie made gadgets and gizmos she loved. And when she grew sleepy, she hid her machines far under her bed where they'd never been seen. Where they'd never be seen. When Rosie was young, she had not been so shy. She worked with her hair swooping over one eye and made fine inventions for her uncles and aunts, a hot dog dispenser and helium pumps. Look at those. They make you float in the air like balloons. The uncle she loved most was Zookeeper Fred. She made him a hat to keep snakes off his head from parts of a fan and some cheddar cheese spray, which everyone knows keeps pythons away. And when it was finished, young Rosie was proud. But Fred slapped his knee and he chuckled out loud. He laughed till he wheezed and his eyes filled with tears, all to the horror of Rosie Revere, who stood there embarrassed, perplexed, and dismayed. She looked at the cheese hat and then looked away. I love it, Fred hooted. Oh, truly I do. But Rosie Revere knew that could not be true. She stuck the cheese hat on the back of her shelf and after that day kept her dreams to herself. And that's how it went until one autumn day, her oldest relation showed up for a stay. Her great-great aunt, Rose, was a true dynamo who worked building airplanes a long time ago. She told Rosie tales of things that she had done and goals she had checked off her list one by one. She gave a sad smile as she looked to the sky. The only thrill left on my list is to fly. But time never lingers as long as it seems. I'll chalk that one up to an old lady's dreams. That night as Rosie laid wide-eyed in bed, a daring idea crept into her head. Could she build a gizmo to help her aunt fly? She looked at the cheese hat and said, "No, not I." But questions are tricky, and so some hold on tight. And this one kept Rosie awake through the night. So when dawn approached and red streaks lit the sky, young Rosie knew just how to make her aunt fly. She worked and she worked till the day was half gone, and then hauled her cheese copter out onto the lawn to give her invention a test just to see the ridiculous flop it might turn out to be. She strapped into the cockpit, she flipped on the switch, the Hello Cheese Copter sputtered and twitched. It floated a moment and whirled round and round, then froze for a heartbeat and crashed to the ground. Then Rosie heard laughter and turned around to see the old woman laughing and slapping her knee. She laughed till she wheezed and her eyes filled with tears, all to the horror of Rosie Revere, who thought, "Oh no, never, not ever again will I try to build something to sputter or spin, or build with a lever, a switch, or a gear, and never will I be a great engineer." She turned around to leave, but then Great-Great-Aunt Rose grabbed hold of young Rosie and pulled her in close and hugged her and kissed her and started to cry. "You did it! Hooray! It's the perfect first try. This great flop is over. It's time for the next." Young Rosie was baffled, embarrassed, perplexed. "I failed," said dear Rosie. "It's just made of trash. Didn't you see it? The cheese copter crashed." "Yes," said her great aunt, "it crashed, that is true. But first it did just what it needed to do. Before that, it flew." "Your brilliant first flop was a raging success. Come on, let's get busy and on to the next." She handed a notebook to Rosie Revere, who smiled at her aunt as it all became clear. Life might have its failures, but this was not it. The only true failure can come if you quit. They worked till the sun sneaked away to its bed. Aunt Rose tied her headscarf around Rosie's head and sent her to sleep with a smile, ear to ear, to dream the bold dreams of the great engineer. At Blue River Creek, all the kids in grade 2 build gizmos and gadgets and doohickeys too. With each perfect failure, they all stand and cheered, but none quite as proudly as Rosie Revere. The end. And there's Rosie. And there's that bird. I think I saw that yellow bird in every picture. So you all, if you watch this video again, you can look and see if you can find the yellow bird in every picture. All right, let's get out our pointers. Snip, snap, snap, this tale's told out. So today, let us make something to fly. So see if you have a piece of paper at home. And And I'm just gonna try to make this into a paper airplane. So first, I'm gonna fold it on the long side, corners together, hold it and push down, crease it. So now it looks like this. Next, I'm gonna take the top right corner and fold it down to the center. And and then crease it. I made a little triangle. Then I'm gonna take the left corner, upper left corner, and fold it to the center to make a point with the other triangle and crease it. So I have 2 triangles. Then I'm gonna fold it back long ways, and then take one side and fold it down to the bottom and crease it. And then it's looking like this. I'm going to turn it around. And then I'm going to fold my other side down to the middle. And now I have made a paper airplane. So when I send it off to fly it, that is the thrust. And the weight is going to help balance it to fly. So let's see if it'll work. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Woo! Did you see that curve? Wow! Did you see that, Carla? What did you think, huh? Here we go. I'm going to try it one more time. 1, 2, 3. Oh! Whoop! It did a loop-de-loop and down it went. Yay! I think I'm going to keep trying to fold my plane so I can get it to fly farther. All right, friends. I'm going to say goodbye. So long, farewell, my friends. Goodbye, so long, farewell. We'll see you soon another day. So goodbye, so long, farewell.